Okay, it's 2:45 right now, so I will start this meeting. Welcome to the Number Sense Intermediate Open House, hosted by Momentum Learning. I'm Chloe, and I will be your instructor, and hopefully by the end of this course, you'll be able to grasp the more advanced topics and tricks that you will need to be successful at Number Sense. And hopefully by the end of this open house, you can, if you're interested, you can sign up for this course and learn more about number sense together. So just an introduction, if you're not in the number sense basics class, hi, I'm Chloe. I'm a junior at Clemens High School, and I've been doing competition math since elementary school. In terms of number sense, in middle school, I competed a lot in TMSCA, and this year I won third place in 10th grade number sense in the 2024 TMSCA state. And I'm currently on my high school's UIL academics number sense team that placed first in the region meet. Okay, to register for this course, all you have to do is go to the Momentum Learning website at momentumlearning.org. At the top here, you click on 2024 fall, and then click on the online option. This is a strictly online course. And then if you go to either elementary or middle school, you can go and click on Number Sense Intermediate if you want to sign up for this course. It's going to be 2:30 to 3:45 p.m. every Sunday, starting from September 8th. And a prerequisite that would be nice to have is if you've already taken Number Sense Basics, then Number Sense Intermediate will be a lot more easily digestible, and unless you already have previous Number Sense experience, then that's fine. Okay, any questions so far? Okay. Okay, so what is number sense? Number sense, you use brain power basic arithmetic techniques to solve math problems quickly. And the thing that distinguishes number sense from other kinds of math competitions is that you don't use scratch paper or a calculator, and it's strictly mental math. So it's basically a combination of accuracy and speed. So in this course, we're going to go over 12 weeks worth of content. We first start with prime numbers, remainder, like modular arithmetic, and we're going to move on to some more advanced algebra topics, and fraction comparisons, base conversions, just in general, like more advanced topics that you're going to see than in number sense basics. And if like you have a hard time grasping what these topics might be about, or you're not quite at this level yet, I recommend you attend the Number Sense Basics course to get like your fundamentals down. Okay, so again, what is number sense and how do you get good at it? It's basically memorization and practice. So all you have to do is learn the rules that I'm going to teach you in this course, and then do the rules accurately. And then after you learn how to do them accurately, you have to learn how to do them quickly. So you should practice this under a time limit because number sense tends to go by very quickly. It is, after all, mental math. I would recommend, however, that number sense is also about just understanding how to do math more quickly and find shortcuts in math. And a lot of times you don't want to strictly just memorize tricks, because this can be really helpful when you want to do school math and you just want to do like your problems a bit quicker. And another thing is that this is number sense intermediate. So you should already have basic number sense knowledge. It would help if you've already taken like a few number sense tests before. Otherwise this course might be a bit hard for you. Also, if any of you have any questions, just message me in the chat, or maybe raise your hand if you want to say out loud, and I'll be open to answer them. Okay, where will you find number sense? So there's several number sense tests. In Texas, there's TMSCA and UIL. TMSCA is for elementary and middle school, and UIL is mainly for high school. And you can go up to the state level with both of these tests. Around the nation, there's mathlete.org for elementary school students. I believe that's the first part of the mathlete.org test. So knowing all of these numbers and tricks will be very useful to doing well in all of these tests. Okay. This is a class that does require homework because these tricks are a bit on the harder side, so you'll have to do a bit of practice in order to pick them up. And generally, they require 2 hours a week on average, so make sure you're prepared for that. Okay, first we're just going to go over a little bit of some advanced sequences and series, just to give you a taste of what this course might look like. So this is like what intermediate level would look like here. So in order, how do you sum the terms of an arithmetic sequence? And the sum of an arithmetic sequence would be an arithmetic series. So first of all, what is an arithmetic sequence? If you're in this course, you probably already know, but basically, an arithmetic sequence is any like sequence of numbers where the common difference is the same. So as you can see with this sequence here, you could add 4 to every term to get the next term, and that is our common difference. Our common difference here would be 4. Yeah, because 32 plus 4 is 36, 36 plus 4 is 40, and so on all the way up to 52. So this will be our sequence. Okay. So yeah, this is an arithmetic sequence. How do you sum these terms, however, is our question today, because as you can see, like these are a lot of numbers to sum up and you can't exactly do this directly in your head. So first what we have to do is use this formula. What does this mean? S of n is the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence that we want, because n is the number of terms. And then what this is equal to is n, the number of terms, multiplied by the average of the first and the last term here. So a1 plus an all divided by 2. So when n is the number of terms, a1 is the first term and an is the last term, as I just said here. And in general, if you want to find the nth term in an arithmetic sequence, you have a of n equals a of 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Again, n is the number of terms in the sequence. A1 is the first term. An is the last term, or the nth term, which is what you're trying to find. And d is the common difference. Any questions so far? Okay, I'm going to move on here. Okay. So in order to sum the terms, we have the formula that I just talked about, which is S of n equals n times the average of the first and the last term. Here is just like a write-out of the proof that this works, because you might be wondering, wait, how did I just get these like numbers out of nowhere? Well, this is how. So essentially the first term will look like a of 1. The second term will be a1 plus d, because you add the common difference to get the next term. And then you add d again to get a1 plus 2d, all the way till the last term should look like this for n terms. Again, this is n terms worth of a sequence. So all of this added up together is S of n, where S of n is the entire sum of the sequence. And we can write all of this again, but backwards over here. So we have a of 1 plus n of 1 minus 1 times d, all the way to a of 1. And this is just another version of S of 1. These two things are equal because, as you can see, we just flip them around to get each other. So when we add both of them together, we get 2 of Sn. And you notice that when we do this, a of 1, let's look at the first and the last term. A of 1 plus a of 1 plus n minus 1, n of 1 minus 1 times d is 2 of a of 1, 2 times a of 1 plus n of 1 minus 1 times d. You can add a of 1 and a of 1 together to get 2 times a sub 1. And then this is just plus n minus n of n minus 1 times d. You can do this again for the second two terms that we get here, which is a of 1 plus d plus a of 1 plus n minus 2 times d, which, if you've noticed, a of 1 plus a of 1 is 2 of a of 1, as you can see here, so we get rid of these two terms. And then you add d, and you add n minus 2. Oh, my bad. You add n minus 2 times d. Well, you can combine the terms with d in them to get 2 times a of 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Why? Because, sorry. Again, I apologize for my bad handwriting. Okay, so we get this because this is 1 times d, and this is n minus 2 times d. So when we add them together, we get 1 plus n minus 2 all times d, which is n minus 1 times d. And you see, these two are the same. My bad. These two are both the same. So, and when you keep adding them, you realize that all of these terms are the same. So when we add all of these terms, we should get n of these because these are all the same, and you have n terms here. So n times a1 plus n minus 1 times d, you just get n times a1 plus an. And in the end, because this is 2Sn is what we're calculating, you just get S of n is n times a sub 1 plus a sub n all over 2. Okay, this is just so you get an understanding of what this trick is actually about, so that if you forget it, if you memorize it and then you forget it during a test, you know how it's derived, so you understand it a bit better. Again, any questions, just message me, raise your hand. So here's an example of what we would do using this formula, S sub n equals n times a1 plus an over 2. So we have this example that we saw from earlier, 32 plus 36 plus 40, all the way to 52. So a1 is 32 here because 32 is the first term. An is 52 because 52 is the last term. Those are pretty easy, right? And you can see that d is 36 minus 32 is 4 because the common difference here is 4. You add 4 to every term to get the next term. And n, how would you calculate n? The general formula for n is a sub n minus a sub 1 all divided by d, and then add 1 to the end of it. So a sub 1 is 52, a sub 1 is 32. So you have 52 minus 32, which is 20. Divide by the common difference, which is 4, and that's 5. And then plus 1 is 6. So we have n equals 6. And then finally, we have the formula S equals n times, we have a 1, we have a 2, and no, we don't have it. We have a 1, we have a n, and we have n itself. So now we can plug all our terms into the formula. N is 6, a1 is 32, an is 52, and you divide all this by 2 to get 3 times 84, which is 252. So the sum of all of these terms is 252. And you can do that relatively quickly compared to just summing all of the terms straight up. Okay, any questions before we do some practice? Okay, very good. This might be a little bit tricky to grasp at first, so I will do one example with you before we move on to individual practice. As you can see with this first example, we're summing the terms from 2 through 22. Our first term, a of 1, is 2. Our last term is a of n equals 22. D, as you can see here, is 7 minus 2, which is 5. Now let's figure out n. N would be an, which is 22, minus 2 divided by d, which is 5, plus 1, which is equal to 20 divided by 5, 4. Well, 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have n equals 5. And like you can check in your mind just here. So we have 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22, which is 5 terms. So this checks out. And then we plug it into the actual formula to get a1 plus an over 2, which is 22 plus 2 over 2. And you multiply this by n, which is 5. I'm very sorry for my handwriting. Which is 12 times 5, which is 60. And in a number sense test, you have to do all of this in your head and pretty quickly too, because this is number sense mental math test. Make sure you have a good grasp on your arithmetic basics before you attempt to do these tricks. So 2 plus 7 plus 12 all the way to 22 is 60, as we solved here. And I'll just give you a couple of minutes to do the next few problems. If you come up with an answer, you can send it in the chat to me and I'll confirm whether it's correct or not, just so that we don't reveal answers to other people who are trying to solve it at their own pace. Okay, I see that some of you have been working hard. Um, okay, it's all right if you didn't get to do many problems as long as you attempted, that's great. The second answer should be 120. The third one is 480. The fourth one is 261. And the fifth one is 814. So as you can see, this trick requires previous knowledge of a lot of other tricks. Like for example, in the last one, you might have noticed that you needed to multiply by 11, which we have a very simple trick to do that. Um, okay. So now let's just do a simple Kahoot here. Um, it's just going to be a fun game where we can all like just do problems about advanced sequences and series. Um, okay, I'm going to show my Kahoot screen and we can start a new game here. Okay, if you would just put in your game, if the game pin shown on the screen, and we can start a game of Kahoot. Okay, the answer is 392. Okay, nice job. So although this is a lot of like minus signs, remember that subtraction is just you're adding a negative number, right? Okay, that was a tough question. For this problem, I would treat these terms as like -37 plus -32 plus -27 all the way to plus -22 instead of just treating them as subtraction signs. And A1 would be -37, AN would be -22, D would be 5 because -37 plus 5 is -32. And I would just continue solving for n from there. These problems are pretty hard, so I understand if you can't get them within the time limit. So the answer is just 27. Okay, nice job. Again, if you want me to review any of these questions, just let me know. We have enough time so that I can just annotate on the screen and we can solve the problem together. Okay, nice. Okay, remember what I said about negatives here. Okay, this is a tough question. I would like to take a moment here to like solve it out because I think negatives are like a bit like you all might be having a bit of trouble with negatives. Um, so all we do is we interpret this as -26. This is one number plus -23 plus -20. Oh, my bad. -20 plus all the way to plus -5. And as you see here, this is the same thing as what we have above. We just expressed it in a way that it makes more sense to us and we can solve the number sense problem. Okay. Okay, sorry about that pause. So what we do is we have A1 equals -26. We solve this as normal. And then AN is -5. Again, this is as normal. It's just we have like a negative number here. And then D would be -23 minus -26, which is just 3. And as you see here, you just add 3 to -26 to get -23. Okay, so now we have this, we can calculate n. N is equal to an, which is -5, minus a1, -26, over d, which is 3, plus 1. So, give me a second. So -5 minus -26 would just be -5 plus 26, which is 21. Divide by 3, you get 7 plus 1, and you get 8. So that is our n. We're not done quite yet because we have to solve for the actual sum of the sequence now. So the sum of the sequence would just be s of n equals the n, which is 8, times the average of the last and first term, which is a1, -26, plus -5, which is a(n), over 2. So -26 plus -5 is -32. So what we have here is a times, sorry, I completely misspoke. It's -31. So a times -31 divided by 2, which 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times -31 is -124, and that is our final answer. Do you have any questions? This is basically the same as what we did before, but it's just with negative numbers, which might make it a bit more confusing. Okay, if there are no questions, I'll just continue. Okay, so here's the contact information for Momentum Learning in case you have any questions. The website is momentumlearning.org. Here's the office phone and email. And if you have any questions, you can call, email, go on the website to check for more information. I hope that by the end of this open house, you've considered signing up for this course if you haven't already, and learning more about number sense. So yeah, thank you all for coming to this open house. I really enjoyed having you here.